My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Wildfrost. In the last episode, we did our first daily voyage. In this one, I think it's time to do our first bell, Dread Bell. Some enemies are upgraded with charms and will drop more blings. I always do like when the difficulty increase also comes with a commensurate, opportunity or power increase, or opportunity for power increase. Things that come to mind immediately, there are more elites on the map. Sure, but they all drop relics. I'd actually prefer to have more elites than fewer. We have 3 different units here, Rusk, Asker, and Snodel. Rusk applies 1 frost on smack. This is basically the character that I had in the daily voyage. I mean, they are also snow dwellers, so I am choosing my clan there. There's also Asker. For 2 damage, 11 health, gains 3 damage on kill. And finally, Snodel, who just has Barrage, does 2 damage. Snodel. Is there any special reasoning here? Nope, not really. It mostly comes down to I would like to play them. And I've played, Snow and Shademances more recently, I guess. I like the idea of draw when hit on Sneasel here as well. Come on. Time for us to go. Mr. Gibberish and Sneasel. So base deck, Sunsong box, junk, 4 copies of Gearhammer, flask of ink, Snowzuka, Junkhead. I mean, it's the same as it will always be for this. Outside of dailies, at least. Oh, Snowbow, up here on the top line, has a shell charm on them, so they've started with 8. Shell, interesting. So Sneasel drawing when hit will draw 2 cards here, which would be sick. If it draws a Gearhammer, I can use, both of them to take out a Snowbow. Ah, right, they're aimless. Because they're aimless, I could only guarantee 1 of the hits. If I put it in the top line, obviously each of them would just hit the unit in their own line, but because I put them both on the same line, I actually had the chance to possibly get Sneasel hit twice, or possibly get Sneasel hit 0 times. I'm gonna throw a Gearhammer at the top line. Ultimately, I'm just looking to power up my Gearhammers now. Draw another card off Sneasel before I have to cycle. I mean, I do want to draw into my Sunsong box if possible. I'm gonna get Junkhead out in a position where I know it's not gonna be hit. I do draw. Unfortunately, it is not into the Sunsong box. Quickly do I need to remove this Snowbow from the field? I'm gonna cycle. We do get back to our junk, which gives me the ability to play the Sunsong box. Which I think I should probably do. On my Barrage unit especially. So Sneasel's about to take 1 on the top line as well as draw for us. I do want to eke out as much money as possible from the Goblin behind. There's also a Winter Worm here that applies 1 Demonize on strike. When hit, reduces its damage by 1. I can block that with Junkhead basically indefinitely, so I don't need to focus on that just yet. Maybe I do just focus on getting the Goblin on the top line dead. So if Gibberish is now on the top line, a Gearhammer on the Goblin that doesn't kill it will allow Gibberish to barrage through for damage against the Snowbow and the Goblin. I could draw 1 more card from Sneasel even if I wanted to get super greedy with it. Next card is a low-cost Gear Hammer. The big problem is this goblin's gonna run away before I can do anything. Alright, I'm gonna have to use a Gear Hammer against it. Then my Sneasel is going to remove Snowbow. Well, unless I decide to retarget things, keep that low damage Snowbow on the top line. That actually seems pretty good. I'm gonna use Gear Hammer on the Winter Worm in the bottom line here. Then Sneasel attacks, we've lowered the Winter Worm's damage by 2. If I put Sneasel back in the top line, Snowbow attacks it, allowing us to draw this round. I could use a Snowzooka to slow down the Winter Worm. No, I'm just gonna cycle. I do have the Sunsong box, so it is now in the position where maybe I do want Junkhead to take a hit as soon as possible. Use a low Gear Hammer against Winterworm, take a damage, possibly draw into another Gear Hammer, and in fact, not only is it another Gear Hammer, it's another low damage Gear Hammer. If I let the Winterworm attack Junkhead here, and then Mr. Gibberish responds, I can kill 3 units in the same turn by killing the Snowball on the top line. Junkhead gives me the trash, Mr. Gibberish murders both of the units in response, Snow Knight can get blocked more by Junkhead on the top line, and I can use just Sunsong Box or Gear Hammers in order to push the extra damage. I'm gonna use Gear Hammers. Get him. Absolutely hammered. Got 65 leaving that first fight. Yeah, about 20 more than I might otherwise have. Yeah, there was a little bit of combo management in there, but I don't think I had to over-focus on it. I'd love more units, I really would. Oh boy. Look at this charm and treasure. Nope, I'm going for the Bling Snail Cave. My heart knew what I needed to do, and then my brain disagreed. The brain's not always right. Bijou. Apply 2 bomb. Then increase by 1 when you are hit. There's also Fizzle on 4, apply 1 bomb with 3 frenzy. Oh, wild. Oh, I like that. I like that. There's also Mini Mika. When hit with junk, gain a frenzy. So my damage scaling comes largely out of my Gear Hammers in this deck as it currently exists, and having hard cycle. Hitting 3 different units with bomb is not that great, but the idea that I might be able to increase Fizzle's effect is. Hello there, I'm Fizzle. Ready to go? Yep, come along for the ride. Thanks, Frozen Traveler. I'd love health support. Hello, Big Berry. On kill, restore 2 to self and allies in row. There's also Blunky there. Blunky's not bad, but Big Berry provides some damage that I'm lacking, as well as some tanking that I'm lacking, as well as some health gain that I'm just realizing how lacking I am. And I don't know. Your name is Big Berry Bro. Just because we had the Berry Sis in the last round as Raspberry Sis. Pop Gibberish out on that bottom line. Oh, all of our units in the opening hand. Love this, love this, love this. Pop Shroom has a damage charm. That's cool. I definitely want to put out my units before anything else, so Big Berry Bro. Then Sneasel, then Fizzle. Probably Fizzle first, actually, then Sneasel. No, I don't think it is that. I have to slow down Pop Shroom unless I want it to blow up. Junkhead's in the next hand, so I could cycle right now in order to get Junkhead out, and then have Pop Shroom explode, attacking Junkhead. Puffball explodes, attacking Junkhead. Gives me Sunsong. Oh, no, I don't like that. So that means it should be Gear Hammer against Puffball this round, and then Snowzook the Pop Shroom in the next. And then we kill it in response. Bulbhead on that top line is attacking for 2 poison barrage. That is only going to be 3 damage against Fizzle. I do want to get Sneasel out as well, so... Oh! I forgot! 0 damage instances are increased, so Fizzle struck for 0 damage and 1 bomb, and then for 1 damage and 1 bomb, and then for 2 damage and 1 bomb, so we did 3 damage to the enemy. Neat! And if I used a Gear Hammer, in fact, now I would just murder them. And I think it's right to actually use the Gear Hammer to take him out. So Sneasel currently threatens to attack for 2 damage. Let's refresh this hand. The Sunsong box. If I use that here on the bottom line, it wouldn't help me that much. But if I use it on the top line, then I can get the Big Berry Bro to take out Pop Shroom, healing everyone in the line, and then Sneasel takes out Puffball in response. That's great. That's the best it could be. Get him, bro. I can kill the Goblin with 2 Gear Hammers as well now. 1 Gear Hammer this round, Barrage, then another Gear Hammer next round. And then Fizzle even provides all of the bomb to Shroom Gobbler with the extra health. You're pretty happy about that. I am gonna need Trash in hand, but I don't need to be scared of taking 3 damage on the unit that draws cards for me. Hello, Veiled Lady. So the Barrage will kill Shroom Gobbler. I want to set up the Barrage killing Shroom Gobbler and Bulbhead if possible. So I'm gonna use Gear Hammer now. And then I have to recycle. I'm looking for a 3 damage Gear Hammer. There are so many of them. 3 damage on Bulbhead. Mr. Gibberish kills 2 enemies in response. Veiled Lady is currently threatening to apply 3 to a Junkhead that does not care. Yep. You know what? Get him, Big Berry Bro. Kill him! And heal our units by doing so. I felt like that went incredibly. I don't have anything I give a heck about duplicating yet. But I don't want more Frozen Travelers. I'm taking the Charm. Hopefully I can find some combo between this Charm and the item in the next space that is off the chain. Moko Charm attaches to a chain possibly to Big Berry Bro. Gives Frenzy and -2 damage. So Big Berry Bro would be able to attack 2 times, but also damage buffs to them would be significantly better. They would be able to split their damage against multiple targets. They would be able to inflict damage better against bomb hit targets as well. Unfortunately, it's not something that synergizes with an item duplication. Mimik. Trigger when an ally in the row attacks. There's also Heart Mist Station. Whenever an ally is hit, restore their health by 1. The fact that I want you to be hit, that you're in the front line, like... It feels like Heart Mist Station's not bad. Haze Keg is a way for me to get some trash out of my deck, but I also don't generate that much trash outside of the Junkhead just yet. Mimik. Mimik mostly cares about the fact that Fizzle is here. I've never taken a Mimik. I want to take a Mimik. Unfortunately... Shade Sculptor feels like it's going to be duplicating stuff I don't really want duplicated as much. Sunsong Box is probably one of the best things it can target. What? If I put two Mimics in a line next to one another and then the frontline unit attacks, does that trigger a Mimic to attack, which then triggers the next Mimic to attack, which then triggers the first Mimic to attack, which then triggers the next Mimic to attack, which then triggers the first Mimic to attack until the enemy dies? Do I want to find that out right now? You know, another funny thing actually would be, I can put the Moko Charm on a Gear Hammer. It will deal 0 damage and then 1 damage. But in the next cycle, it deals 2 damage and then 3. And then in the next cycle, it deals 4 damage and then 5. That's not bad. It's not bad. I'm not going to do that, though. Alright, Big Bear Bro. You'll take that, and as a sign of my commitment, I take the Sunsong Box and I duplicati that. Let's check out what's going on with this boss. Oh, it's an Infinoko and Makoko. There's a porcupine here. Infinoko also applies Demonize now. That's not great. Don't love that. I do need to be able to kill Makoko as soon as possible. And the soonest that can possibly be is by putting down... It's by putting down units. Take the Demonize on Gibberish there. Let's put Fizzle down as well. Gonna have to put Sneasel on the top line also. Okay, so Makoko attacks, hits Big Berry. Big Berry strikes back 2 times. Then Mr. Gibberish kills Makoko. Infinoko attacks our front line. Oh wait, Infinoko attacks before the kill. If I put Mimik out, Makoko attacks, Big Berry Bro attacks back, then the Mimik attacks. I just get a lot of attacks out of the Mimik right now if I put it out on the top line. I'm like very, very keenly considering it. Unfortunately, Sneasel looks like they die if they stay on the bottom line because Porcupine attacks through to the Demonize effect. Which would be a good reason to put Sneasel on the top line and then play something else this turn instead. Maybe even put Gibberish on the bottom line. Split some damage out here. Heck, I'm gonna put Gibberish in the front line. I think it might take the 1 damage from Infinoko and double that, and that would be better than doubling the 2, obviously. And then if I use a Gear Hammer on the top line, I can actually get Big Berry Bro to kill Makoko in order to restore some health to everyone on that line. As well as, you know, himself. Yeah, unfortunately, Infinoko attacked after. Alas. Didn't cost us anything, thankfully. Fizzle activating with the Mimic behind, I think is hilarious. I have to do that. So Fizzle attacks, and then Mimic attacks, and then Fizzle attacks, and then Mimic attacks, and then Sneasel attacks, and then Mimic attacks. Holy hell, that's sick. I don't have junk, so I do have to recycle here. Oh, I do have junk now. I want the kill on Infinoko to come from Big Berry Bro. Let's get Junkhead finally out also. Bit more protection. And then if I put Fizzle in the top line, I can even get a heal on them. Yeah, the transformation doesn't count as a kill for the sake of Big Berry Bro and things like that. Alas. That Frostringer in the back line is currently only threatening to show us a good time. I feel like locking down Makoko for a longer period of time is probably better off. We're probably better off doing that. I know the next card in the deck is Flask of Ink. So if I really cared about drawing that specifically, I could force that. I mean, Fizzle losing damage doesn't really matter to Fizzle at all. So something like this seems pretty good. And then freezing Makoko. Nice work, Mimik. So, Invonuka is intending to attack the front line for 2 damage apiece. I almost want to get Sneasel to take that hit rather than Big Berry Bro. Big Berry Bro is going to have to stand in front of something else later again still. Do I want to draw my silence before I cycle next turn? That's what Sneasel's doing by taking damage here. Can't believe Fizzle doesn't do that aimlessly. Let's redraw. Looking for junk and didn't get the second one. It's a freeze Infinoko. Oh. Killed them. I was gonna get a triple combo next turn. Oh well. I was trying to freeze Infinoko and set up for Big Berry Bro to be able to attack, and then the Mimik, and then Big Berry Bro kills another unit, and then the Mimik, and that was gonna be fun. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Card draw. I'm gonna consider it every time before I go for the card draw. Muncher. You know how much card draw it is to remove 2 cards from your deck? There's a slot. There's a Woolly Snail at the end. There's a Charm, Previous, Frozen Yeah, I'm not going for the Frozen Travelers, so... Sucks to suck, Frozen Travelers. Sunglass Chime. When destroyed, trigger all allies. If all of my junk had Noomlin, then I would care about the portable workbench, but it doesn't, so I don't. When destroyed, apply 1 haze to the attack. Yeah, it's definitely the Sunglass Chime. Sunglass Chime is sick. It's Munch and Chunch and Chunch. The fact that I have 2 Sunsong boxes definitely means I can't remove the junk. Now I'll cycle back faster to stronger gear hammers. Ideally. Alright, Woolly Snail, what do you got? There's a Storm Globe, a Proto Stomper, and Magma Booster, as well as Blasty. So the Storm Globe, 0 damage, but applies 4 Frost, reduced by 1 when played. Proto Stomper, trash 2, add 2 junk to hand, and deal 8 damage. Being able to eliminate a unit like that's pretty good. Magma Booster adds damage, or rather increase damage by 3, and add Aimless to the target. I like that Fizzle is reliably providing the bomb against the same target. Big Berry Bro could attack randomly and be happy about it. Adding Aimless to Gibberish would override Barrage. Adding Aimless to the Mimik and 3 damage is actually pretty sick though. I think Magma Booster probably does come with this. Add Frenzy, increase counter by 1 consume. So the fact that Mimik doesn't have counter means I can't add Frenzy to it there. I don't know if I want anyone to have Frenzy but attack slower like that. Definitely taking the Magma Booster. Gonna take a Charm. Balance Charm. Set attack, health, and counter to 3. I think I have someone that's sick on. Fizzle, right? It lowers their health, increases their attack, decreases their counter. So we are going to have to keep you safer. You know what? With a counter like that, you gotta get played early. Yeah, I exactly have enough money to buy the Proto Stomper still if I want to. Considering the... I just don't think I need it. I'm gonna save my money for now. Alright, next battle, show me. What's up? Oh, Conquer on the top line has a health charm that it started with for 5 extra health. It deals damage equal to its shell. Oh baby. I know what to do. We put the Mimik down first. I Magma Boost the Mimik. And now, I Sunsong Box Fizzle. So Sunsong Box on Fizzle will count them down by 1 as well as increase their damage by 1. They'll attack, Then Mimik will attack, then they'll attack, then Mimik will attack, then they'll attack, then Mimik will attack. Two-time combo. Sneasel sooner rather than later. Fizzle's about to ruin the top line again. I'm gonna get the sunglass chime out just because it's gonna be ridiculously powerful later. Let's cycle some cards. Wait. Alright, I can't add Aimless if it already has Aimless. Got it. Let's put Big Berry Bro out on the field. I would like to have that. Unfortunately, Pecan gains teeth. It's actually really annoying. I think I have to spend 2 turns just dealing with that and forego the gobbling. Annoyingly. Because I need to cast 2 Gear Hammers against Pecan. Yeah, I don't want Fizzle to just die against yours. Unfortunately, the only way for me to do that is to get Mr. Gibberish to attack before Fizzle does. And attack through the row. Unfortunately, it will only hit Pecan as the Goblin is going to run away. Well, I lose my Mimik. Alright, the enemy got extra stuff. That's really annoying. I mean, the Mimik basically did everything it needed to, but it's still, come on, man. I'm gonna give Aimless and the extra damage to Big Berry Bro here on the bottom line, so that I can immediately take out Pecan, as well as heal my bottom. I definitely want to get Junkhead out for some blocking here also. And slight preparation of a later turn. Let's do some redrawing. Yeah, I'm gonna use a Magma Booster on Fizzle now as well. Become Aimless. Get him, bro. We murdered Boljo, and we gained health on all of our units. Unfortunately, I lost my Mimik. I don't want to remove all sources of individual damage in the deck, and that's what the Muncher is currently threatening to do. I know, I can just trash one and then walk away. I'm almost leaning to trash Gear Hammer and a Sunsung box. One of the cards that I included in the deck earlier, you know? I've never been to a Gnome Traveler before, and we do the new things. Tutorian. The ICGM! We have the ICGM and Sunglass combo. I love that. When destroyed, trigger all allies, and ICGM trigger multiple times equal to its scrap. So 4 times, destroy self, deal 10 damage to the enemies. Neat. Super cool. That would also trigger the Mimik. I do like the Tutorian, but it's better at triggering things that are high cost, and I don't really have any, other than the ICGM, which I just picked up. You know, with that ICGM, I am actually leaning significantly more towards the removal of the Gear Hammer and Sunsung box. Damn it. tried not to, but then I did. Falby adds junk to hand. Snowball, apply snow equal to damage dealt, and then finally Jumbo also hits the ally behind, and Barrage. That'll be a way to draw extra things out of Sneasel quite happily, but the fact of the matter is, with all of these in deck already, we mostly don't have space to even play the new companion. There's definitely going to be Jumbo that's taken out of there as well. Let me go to the Muncher. One's got to be Gearhammer, and one's got to be the Sunsong box, because I'm just not going to put much more junk in this deck. Only one really is needed when the deck is also this thin and I can cycle as quickly as I can. Okay, so there is a Charm on Bigfoot on the bottom line. Unfortunately, they are alone in a row, so their Fury 3 will give them additional damage. Thankfully, Fizzle will attack first. So I need the Mimik and Magma Booster out as soon as possible. So we go... Actually, Sneasel first, because Sneasel's also coming out. Sneasel first on the top line for absorbing Grumble's hit. Then Mimik on the bottom line for amplifying Bigfoot's damage, or my damage to Bigfoot via Fizzle. Yeah. Three damage, one bomb. 4 damage, one bomb. 5 damage. So 3, 4, 5 for you. Although each of those will be intercepted by a Mimik. Yeah, I think we're more than fine here. I'm gonna throw the Magma Booster on the Mimik. Get the Mimik to attack again. Hitting Woolly Drek. Before I cycle, I should get the ICGM out as well. Sneasel draws a card. Gibberish rolls forward. Woolly Drek's gonna attack for 4 and then try and eat something. It's just not gonna be able to. You know, I actually probably want the Big Berry Bro out right now more than anything else. I'm gonna cycle for free, get to my Big Berry Bro, and put it out. Wait, Grumble came out on the field already ready to attack because they have a counter of only 1. Ooh, damn. Also, the Paw Paw on the bottom line has teeth. I don't like those. I don't have junk in this hand, but I do have the Sunsong box. Let's make Big Berry aimless on the bottom line, possibility of killing the Goblin. Nice. In fact, I can make that possibility significantly better by using a flask of ink on the Paw Paw, so I don't have to worry about it gaining thorns. And swapping the Mimik down there. Seems good to me. Snowzook, Bigfoot on top line. Big Berry Bro kills 2 units, healing a lot of HP on the bottom line, and that gives the extra damage to the Mimik, who strikes out the top line. Mimik is ridiculous. I definitely have to redraw here. Oh, I did get the Flask of Ink. The Flask of Ink is what I need if I want to actually try and clear out all the units. Because I need to silence Pawpaw's damage. Or rather, their tooth gain. Perfect. 2-kill combo. Got some extra money. Okay, I'm gonna throw Sneasel back. And then I'm gonna put out the Sunglass Chime. And I'm basically just gonna wait. Wait, do I even need to wait? No. Yeah, not at all. I destroy my own Sunglass Chime. We kill Big Lou. And the next one, and then the ICGM tries to attack 4 times and then explodes. Oh, that's so much money. Whoa, Shade Sculptor? Do I care about duping anything right now? Not really? There is the theoretical idea of getting second Mimic out there, but I do feel like in a situation where the enemies have spikes and I can't deal with it, suddenly I lose. So I'm gonna go for money, money, and then must be funny. In the woolly snail's world. Sun Cream, reduce counter by 1. Scrap pile, add scrap health. Ooh. First things first, Charm Machine. What do you got? Advise me. Add Frenzy rather, and gain Aimless. I can't put that on the Mimic because then I won't be able to give them Aimless later. I don't want to put that on Fizzle. So, Frenzy, trigger multiple times. Will that just cause the ICGM to trigger an additional time? Sunsong Box does need to be deliberately targeted. Frenzy and Aimless. I'm gonna buy Sun Cream. And another charm from the Charm Machine. Add Frenzy and gain Consume. It feels like the Magma Booster might increase damage by 3 and gain Consume. It won't be able to add Aimless to the target the second time. So will the second cast just fizzle? Unfortunately, I don't know, but I do need to know. And Frenzy and gain Aimless. I mean, if I'm giving Add Frenzy and gain Consume to Magma Booster, then Frenzy and Aimless should go on Big Berry Pro. Because I was otherwise making them aimless and I was pretty happy about it, but they're not going to be able to do that anymore. Alright, let's see how this works. I need a crown. I already have a crown for Fizzle, which is good. I do want that. Getting a crown on Mimik and Magma Booster each would also be great. I don't know if it's important for me to have a scrap pile to give the Mimik the, withstand a single blow. I'm gonna leave. Let's go to the boss. Hello, Grunker. 8 scrap, 8 damage, attacking those 3 lions. There's the Magma Booster. I mean, I want to figure it out, but I don't need to do it immediately. Oh god, Grink in the top line has teeth. Ugh. Should probably get the Big Berry Bro up there. I don't want to summon that many more units to the field is the big thing. And the Big Berry Bro will be slowed in damage by the time it gets up there. Oh. I almost want to get my Junkhead out as soon as possible. Put Junkhead out on the field. Grink is going to attack Junkhead in the next round. In doing so, it will apply Frost to Junkhead, but it will also give me a Junk in hand. That Junk in hand will have the ability to trigger Sunsong Box or Sun Cream to lower the counter cooldown of Fizzle. And then I can use Fizzle to take out Spuncher and start dealing a lot of damage to Krunker in the backline. Okay, yep. Even though it can't apply Aimless, it still triggers a second time. I could try and have Mimik not attack this round. Therefore, only taking damage against Junkhead, getting another trash in hand. So I would be able to use my recycle counter 2 times here. Sure, that's it. When a Sun Cream fizzles counter down. I thought that was going to take the Spuncher out for some reason. Oops. Alright. Battle just got a lot harder. I'm going to have to brain now. How dare this game make me brain? Don't you know that's not my forte? Okay. Well, I just invested things into that unit as well, so this is capital NG not good. Pop that Big Berry Bro out of the field. I can use Sunsong Box to increase your damage so you're less likely to attack the Grink 3 times, as well as more likely to actually be able to attack before the Grink. I'm gonna need the power of the ICGM and the Sunglass Chime to get me across this. Krunker's currently planning on dealing 8 damage to Mr. Gibberish. I'd like that not to be the case. It does have the target Bombard, which is it hitting all of the units in the targeted areas. I have to use Flask of Ink on Grink on the top line to prevent it from making Big Berry slow here. Or too slow to really do anything, unfortunately. Not the units I wanted you to hit, buddy. I'm going to drop the ICGM here on the bottom line to block Grink. I do have to lose a trigger as well as some damage there, unfortunately. But I'm going to put a Sunglass Chime on the top line. And Grink attacks that, triggering all of our units to attack. ICGM triggers a bunch of times, triggering the Mimik a bunch of times. Krunker is currently threatening to only deal damage to positions I do not care about. Fine, I'll let you do that. Unfortunately, Grink lowered the health, lowered the damage rather of Big Bear Bro. Gonna redraw. There's some extra junk as well as the Sunsong box to get the Big Berry Bro to attack this turn. 3 instances of damage would be great. Let's do it. Oh, there's a heal for my team. Love to see that. Rock is currently doing 6 damage to the very back line. I could freeze them this round, but I can't freeze them next round. Now, if we do that, we do survive. Big Berry Bro doesn't take a hit. Heck, I can even summon Sneasel just to draws a card. Forge on the top line would die with only 1 additional damage. If I redraw right now, I get the Sunsong box in my next hand. This counts down to 2. Counts down to 1 at the end of that round. Big Berry Bro does their next attack. Or I could even just have Mr. Gibberish go through. Yeah, I'm gonna cycle. Now with the Sunsong box back in hand... I need to freeze the Grink. Gibberish attacks, it doesn't do anything. The Mimic kills the Ice Forge, though. And now, if I Sunsong Box Big Berry Bro, they kill Krunker. And we start working through the sponges and stuff. Beautiful! I managed to bring him back there. Hoof. Redraw bell counter, +1, fizzle. Missing 1 HP and missing 1 damage. Another charm. Fizzle's not fully charmed, neither is the Big Berry Bro. Versus another item. I think charms are more important for us now. Boost effects by 5 and gain consume? Hello. The Sunsong Box increasing damage by 5 and counting down by, you know, it will just force the next attack out of that character. Yeah, considering I'm immediately going to another battle, that is the right choice for right. Hello, next battle. How you doing? Oh, it's the Hogs! Oh no, it's the Hogs. You have smackback. Uh-oh. It's the Hogs. Oh no. Oh, it's fine. I can mute their flask there. So my front line is going to take 3 damage. I do need 3 turns actually to play all the cards that I need out, so I'm gonna Flask of Ink the Warthog. Then I'm going to Magma Booster the Mimic. And then I'm gonna kill all of them with the Sun Cream on Fizzle. Attack, kill, attack. Oh, we left one alive. Very surprised by that. I could put the Sunglass Chime out now, but I do want to get towards Big Berry Bro as soon as possible, thank you. Hello, bro. That also reveals the Snowzuka, ready to freeze up the next Warthog. When hit, gain teeth. Uh-oh. I don't like that. How do I best deal with that? Give 9... I forgot that in effects by 6 means that Sunsong Box now also has Recycle 6, requires 6 junk to play. That's never going to be played. Okay. I'm going to put the ICGM out on the field. Now, if I put the Sunglass Chime on the bottom lane here, I think I... can kill everyone. Unfortunately, I do lose the Big Berry Bro. That's not how I thought that was going to go. Uh-oh. That's fine. With the Warthog here, I can Snow Zook. I'm gonna put out Sneasel to help draw me some cards. Yeah, because that happens. So Razor now intends to attack for 1 trillion damage points. Thankfully, I have the Snowzuka, and no way to not get it when I redraw. One, two, 3 instances of damage against Junkhead, 1, 2 instances of damage against Sneasel, 1 instance of damage against Gibberish, and then we kill the Razor in response. Junkhead go down, game over. Unfortunately, I do have to get Sneasel dead in order to do this. Gear Hammer. And Gear Hammer again. I'm just gonna finish with the Gear Hammer. There you go. Bye bye, Razor. Sneasel and the Big Berry Bro both taking a bit of damage there, but Fizzle has recovered. Charm Merchant, more specific charms. Removal of cards from the deck doesn't make sense at this point. I'm gonna go for the Charm Merchant and the Charm. Oh, reduced counter by 1! Save that bad boy for later. We go to the Charm Merchant. Noomlin Biscuit. Wait, what? Oh, the Noomlin Biscuit says, you know, add Noomlin to a card in hand, but also apply 1 bomb. So if it's a unit that doesn't have health, could I even use this? Probably not. Hog Charm, gain Hog-Headed, +7, so will not retreat from the field, +7 health. Greed Charm. Gain additional damage for each greed you have. Or each 50, rather, that you have. I put that on the Big Berry Bro, and then I never look back. You equip that now to the Big Berry Bro. Ah. That was not the person I wanted to hold that. You know what? I'm gonna give the Mimik the damage then. Oops. Well, Big Berry Bro attacking more quickly is good. Oh, hello, John. When destroyed, add 2 Frenzy to a random ally. Explode. I don't want that Explode to go off. Explode is very difficult for me to deal with. The idea of Flask of Inking Wart in order to prevent them from basically doing anything is pretty good. I like it. Sun Cream also wants to go out on Fizzle as soon as possible. So Wart attacks the front line for 3 instances of no damage. Pooty, however, does attack the front line for some. I'm gonna make Fizzle attack faster. Perfection. I'm gonna need Junkhead down to help block some hits, but I also know that Sunglass Chime is a huge part of how I ultimately get through tough situations. So having it before I cycle here seems a good idea. If I put Big Berry Bro out on the top line, Mr. Gibberish attacks, Mimik attacks, Fizzle attacks, Mimik attacks, Fizzle attacks, Mimik attacks, Fizzle. I'm not going to kill Pooty after that, that's fine. So I put the Big Berry Bro here. All of the rest of that came out of the fact that the Sunshine box on the top line was also killed. I also, obviously, misread how things were going to go. Uh-oh. That, and this is true, could cause a problem. I'm gonna throw the Magma Booster out on Mimic as soon as I can. And now I need a Junkhead. Help sap up some of this damage. I can't hit Uber Bear, unfortunately, so Junkhead's gotta go up top. Because if Fizzle hits Uber Bear, I die. My CGM could form some good block down there on the bottom line. My redraw gets me closer to a flask of ink if I care about that. Not especially, to be honest. Yeah, I just want to pop down the ICGM. Get a unit that will help me with some blocking. Mr. Gibberish can currently take the Grink and the Plums hit there, happily. But also, I definitely want Fizzle to eventually clear out this bottom line, so if I cycle and use my Flask of Ink on Uber Bear, I can start removing more units and kill the Frost Guardian. So yeah, no problem whatsoever. Boy. Hey, that's our first Bell victory, Dread Bell victory. I wasn't trying to figure out if it was called Ascension, Covenant, or Dread Bell. You were! Victory. Well done, Mr. Gibberish. We've had 4 injuries, 7 gained charms, dealt 1,000 damage over the course of it. Bling from combos of 245. I don't know what a good number for that is, but it feels like that might be 1. Bomb applied 64, and highest damage hit was 16. Let's head back to town. New Frost Guardian ascended. Oh, buddy. Smack back to kill 20 enemies. Apply 60 shell. Okay, good to see those. 10 enemies with teeth. You know, I think we have a couple different directions that we can go in the next run. But before that, let me just have a look at, yeah, Modifier Bell unlocked. There we go, Modifier Bells provide additional challenge for those brave enough. You can enable disable Modifier Bells before starting each run. So currently we have the Dread Bell, there is another, the Horde Bell, reduced enemy wave counter. But you start with a crown. I'm deeply intrigued to see what we can get done with that in the next episode. Until then, though, my name's Rhapsody. The name of the game has been... That's right, Wildfrost. Series playlist up in the top left, YouTube recommendations down below, streaming past other names of the people so generously supporting Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays, and above the thank you, and a special thanks this episode to Mr. Gibberish. Hopefully you'll have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.